Everybody here? Is Kevin down there? Yeah. Okay. Oh, I get to use the guy. Where's John?
Here she comes.
Oh, here she comes. Okay. So do I call it to order?
Yeah.
Call the meeting to order? Can I get a motion to go into open session?
Second.
Mike and Lynn.
Mike and Lynn.
Yep.
Okay. Moved by Mike, seconded by Lynn. All those in favor? Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries 8-0-0. Could you please stand for the pledge? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If I could ask everyone to please stand for a moment of silence and their thoughts for the Smalley, DiGiuseppe, and Gerald families. Thank you. Mr. Giordano, the fire code, please.
In case of an emergency, we're going to go out either door to the front of the building and out into the parking lot.
Okay, thank you very much. And we have a special presentation. Dan, do you
Sure, if I could. Can I just have Margaret House come up with Mrs. DeMonico?
I don't know if Mrs. DeMonico speak, but I'm just going to start. We have many staff members, and we learned in the last week how many that is so wonderful. But this nice lady, saved a kindergarten life. We had to like, we jumped in the lunchroom, and she did what she had to do to help. Okay?
Child needs someone special in their life. And sometimes children aren't at home and it's not a parent or a close relative. Sometimes it's just a special person that a little guardian angel makes sure they're there at the right time. And you were there for Robert Webble, kindergarten student, at that moment. And without you, we don't know how it would have turned out. So that happened on November 19th, and we just had the opportunity to thank you for all you do. And it was interesting, she said she never thought about doing Heimlich on someone. She never had really been trained. She kind of taught herself just in case, and that just in case moment did happen. So Peggy, thank you so much. I left your flowers on the chair, but I'll get them over to you. But Peg, thank you so much.
That's a Dan moment.
Oh, yeah.
We're saying the same thing.
He's got it,
What's he doing?
Team effort.
We should all self-educate.
Yes.
That's just the only thing I can say. Amen. You never know.
You never know. Thank you very
Thank you so
much.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's a good kind of presentation.
That's good.
Okay. Can I have someone, the approval of minutes? No, just, I need a motion to approve the minutes of the November 20th,
I'd like to
Second.
approve the minutes of the
November 20th.
November 20th special meeting.
Second.
Mary Ellen and JoJo. Thank you. On the question, seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries 8-0-0. Okay. Fortunately, Donna Hockman is ill tonight, so I will be filling in for her this evening, and Donna did not have a report to the community, so I will defer to the superintendent.
As you know, it's holiday time, so all of our concerts are are in full force, please come out and join us. It's a great time of year. Sadly, and I think Mr. Pastor is going to talk a little bit. Sadly, this week we lost a really valuable teacher in our district. George was such a wonderful person. And I have to tell you, this is such a wonderful place to work just because of the way everybody worked together to make yesterday's funeral work and the amount of people that went to visit, during the wake. It was just amazing. So thank you to the community, thank you to the teachers, thank you to the board. It was just a tough week, and I'm sorry I'm so emotional.
I would second what Mr. Giordano said. Mr. Smalley was my children's teacher and coach, and just made a really big impact on their lives, as well as countless other lives in the district. Do any of my colleagues have questions on agenda items on the board agenda this evening? No. Individuals and delegations, this is the point of the meeting where we ask if anyone has questions about agenda items. Mr. Pastor has a signed list, and I know you'd like to speak, so please feel free.
Mike Pastor, Teachers Association of Lindenhurst, 692 South Wallwood Avenue. As you all know, we recently lost a member of our family this week. George Smalley began teaching with many of us at the middle school, and some of us transferred along with him to the high school. He also coached track. We will all remember George in our own way. The most telling remembrances, however, are being spoken by children who knew him. On the day that the terrible news was announced, I was asked by one of my seniors if I had heard about it. I replied that I did. "It's so sad," she said. "He was so nice. He never yelled at us once. The class always ended with everyone in a good mood." That is how students should remember all of their teachers. As teachers, we often wonder how we will be remembered, both by our peers and by our students. When reflecting on what George meant to the Lindenhurst School District, I've heard many people answer the same way. He has left a legacy of kindness. We are all put on this earth for a reason. I honestly believe that. And I believe that George was an exception to that belief. If you asked a dozen people who knew him why he was put here among us, they would all have different answers. They would all have witnessed something telling, something that stood out among others. George was put on this earth for many reasons, and his life will forever impact all of us in many different ways. We'll miss him. Thanks.
Thank you, Mike. That was very fitting. Does anyone else wish to speak to the board on agenda items only? No. Okay, thank you. Superintendent's recommendations, 8.1.
Field trips?
Move it.
Don't take my lines.
Moved by Mary Ellen. Second by Mike. On the question? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries 8-0-0. Superintendent's recommendation, 8.2.
Ballots?
Move it.
Mary Ellen.
Linda.
Lynn?
Moved by Mary Ellen Cunningham, seconded by Lynn. On the question? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries 8-0-0. Superintendent's recommendation, 8.3.
Donation?
Move it. Second.
On the question?
Mr. Langone?
Please.
So, in a few moments, the Board of Education will be approving the Therese M. Gigante Memorial Scholarship. This $500 scholarship will be awarded to a graduating senior from Lindenhurst High School and who attended William Rawle Elementary School. The eligible student must be an active member in their school, show thoughtfulness through faith, courage, and their service to others. Faith and courage, two words that definitely describe Therese. By way of background, Therese was married to her husband and best friend Jerry for 33 years. They have 5 children, Christina, Gerard, Joseph, Anne-Marie, and Matthew, all of whom attended William Rawle Elementary School. Therese began volunteering for the William Roll PTA in 1996 and finished in 2016, a staggering 20 years. It is believed to be at Roll PTA record, for which she was presented with the Advocate in Action Award, which is a very prestigious honor in PTA. Teresa chaired, co-chaired, or volunteered and worked on every single committee on the PTA roster. Although I will not list them all, set forth is a sampling of her work. Book Fair, her favorite committee, and she chaired it for many years. Fifth grade committee, chaired multiple times. Scholarships, PTA awards, Chinese auction, taking pictures of all classes for pumpkin pick, historian, talent show, and Halloween party. She also collected box tops and has been class mother for not only her own children, but when she heard one of the teachers had no parent who was able to be class mother, she volunteered to be her class mother as well. In addition, she held the board position of vice president. Therese stayed active in the PTA for 20 years because of her love for the students and providing them with a better school experience for their early years of education was her passion. It is for these reasons that Dawn Masterson and Janet Scala, teachers from Roll, thought the best way to honor Therese, who lived the words, service above self, provide a memorial scholarship in her name. It is important that future students learn about her and know that if selected to be the recipient of the Therese M. Gigante Memorial Scholarship, they have won not just a monetary award, but that they encompass some of the qualities that made her so special, keeping your faith even through the most difficult storms, and courage with humor and grace. Thank you, Mr. Langone.
Thank you, Mrs. McKenna. Any
Great
other
words.
questions on this? Comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries 800. And thank you. All righty. Yeah, I can read now, too. Superintendent's recommendation 8.4.
Google LLC.
Move it.
Second.
Moved by Mary Ellen Cunningham, seconded by Mr. Di Giuseppe on the question. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries 800. Superintendent's recommendation 8.5.
South Huntington DOL DOR Special Ed Services Contract for 2019-2020.
Move it.
Second.
Moved by
No, Lenny.
Lynn Aniello, seconded by Mr. Di Giuseppe on the question.
I got Lynn.
Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries 800. Superintendent's recommendation 8.6.
District Correction Action Plan to Cullen Danowski's financial statement and audit report, June 30th, 2019.
Move it.
Second.
Moved by Mrs. Cunningham, seconded by Mrs. Herrig on the question. Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries 800. Superintendent's recommendation 8.7.
Connecticut DOL DOR Ed Services Contract 2019-20 school year. Okay.
Second.
Jackie.
Moved by Mrs. Aniello, seconded by Ms., oh, I'm sorry.
Jackie.
Seconded by Mrs. DiMartino.
Who's DiMartino?
Herrig, I'm sorry.
Ms. Herrick, Ms. Herrick.
What's going on today?
You sound very similar down there. On the question,
I was just going to say, me and Mike got married. Can't make it up, people.
all righty. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries 800. All righty, moving right along. Superintendent's recommendation 8.8.
Super Kids Third Amendment of Lease of at Power.
Move it. Second.
Yes,
Moved by Mrs. Cunningham, seconded by Mrs. Martino.
Thank you.
On the question, seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries 800. Superintendent's recommendation 8.9.
Agreement?
Move it.
Moved by Mrs. Cunningham, seconded by Mrs. Aniello on the question. Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries 800. Superintendent's recommendation, 8.10, donation.
Donation.
Get your line.
Donation, yes. No, I did.
Second.
Moved by Mrs. Aniello, seconded
Second.
by Mrs. Cunningham. On the question? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries 800. Superintendent's recommendation, 8.11,
Obsolete equipment.
Move it.
moved by Mr. Garby, seconded by Mrs. Cunningham. On the question? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries 800. I need a mover for the schedules in their entirety as presented.
I'd like to move the schedules in their entirety as
Yeah, it should be as amended. No.
What did we
As
amend?
amended? We amended them?
Yes.
amend? Gotta tell me that.
Yeah, sorry. We never got to go over it inside.
Sorry.
Yeah. This is 9.17, number 3 is FMLA.
Okay.
917.3
Point 3.
is
Okay.
FMLA, not medical.
So Mrs. Aniello with that amendment
Yes, like with the schedules in their entirety
as amended. And I need a second.
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Di Giuseppe. On the question? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries 800. Do we have any unfinished business? Any new business? Okay. Superintendent's reports?
Budget transfers of $15,000 and under.
So acknowledged.
Treasurer's report, October 2019.
So acknowledged.
And that's it.
Dates to remember are listed. Can I get a motion to go into executive session?
Move it.
Seconded. On the question, seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Good night, everybody. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, everybody. I'll do it.
You're the guy.